Good evening. In keeping with the general absolver theme of my first couple of videos, I thought I would show you all of the attachments that I have made for EIR, since several of them are absolvers. EIR, if you don't know, is my primary blaster. It is a heavily modified Stampede with a underslung Titan. This was first shown in Wallcom's video, and I will be going into a very in-depth video about it and all the internals and all of the modifications later on. Today we'll just focus on the Titan, which has been integrated into the blaster. This is the original Titan trigger, integrated into the lower rail. It has both an internal electronic pump, which is the pump from a blood pressure cuff, as well as a bicycle pump for manual pumping. The bicycle pump gives more power than the internal one, but the internal one can do it while you're doing other things. The original ammunition for it were these custom rockets that I made using pipe insulation, PVC insulation, duct tape, and a rubber gasket to give it a little more seal. They actually fired quite well, but I wanted to be able to fire more things. My eventual goal to be able to fire anything at all. So I created the first sniper attachment, which was this one, which is the barrel from a Stampede that somebody had minimized. I attached a PVC reducer, a threaded reducer, and added thread into the Titan, and I was now able to fire Whistler rounds. It gets a better seal if I put a layer of electrician's tape around it, but it still fires fairly well without it. I discovered that it would also fire big bad bow rounds, which was handy because that was just another thing that I could shoot. The first couple of games I played in, there actually was somebody shooting big bad bow rounds, and he was very shocked when I fired it back at him. I also discovered that it would fire this off-brand Whistler rocket, which has a beautiful whistle when you fire it. Quite frightening. The next thing I wanted to be able to fire was Elites, because I figured they would have better range. So I took the stem off of a blast bazooka and affixed it to a bit of PVC coupling. And it fits Elite darts perfectly. I also discovered that it fit this Spy Gear rocket quite nicely. It doesn't get great range because it has lousy fins, but it would fire. It would also fire the Busby rockets that the peg was originally designed to fire. And when they finally came out, I discovered it also fit the Demolisher rockets, which I cannot tell you how happy that made me. Of all the ammo, of all the rockets, it fires the Nerf rocket the best. The other ones are very subpar. The next one that I designed was Megadarts. Megadarts came out and I wanted to be able to fire them just like I could fire everything else. So I got a larger PVC, I think it's 1/4 inch. Not a great fit, but it does fire them quite well. If anybody knows a PVC or a pipe that has a better seal, let me know in the comments and I will trade this one out for that. I discovered that it also fit the big pump rockets. They fire absolutely horrifically since they've got... This one actually has helixed fins, but they just don't have enough mass to really go anywhere. And I discovered that it will in fact fire rival rounds, and it will fire them very, very well. I can also put it up to... I put 3 in it, and it still fired them quite well. 2 fires better, and 1 fires magnificently. One of the original attachments that I made for EIR was a Maverick cylinder absolver, but it never worked particularly well because there was too much dead space and the Maverick cylinder was a little too big to really get a tight seal. So as soon as I upgraded my hammer shot to a 7-shot cylinder, I downgraded EIR to a 5-shot cylinder using a hammer shot cylinder, which will of course fire 5 elite rounds at once. Then I came across this gun, the bug hunting gun or whatever that one is, that has the same size cylinder as the hammer shot, at Goodwill, and traded it out so that EIR would now fire 6, and it actually fires it quite well. And then because people kept mentioning that I couldn't fire Boomco, and they were correct, I picked up the Boomco revolver at Goodwill. It was broken, but I didn't care, and it will fire 8 rounds at once. Doesn't fire them as well as it fires the Elites, but it's an 8-shot spread, and it's a beautiful, beautiful thing, and once again, another type of ammo that I couldn't fire. I've considered making a barrel that fires a single Boomco dart, but that just sounds dangerous and unnecessary. The final one that I made was this one, which is made from 1-inch PVC, heated up and molded around a piece of plywood that I shaped like a disc, and it will in fact fire the Nerf discs, and it actually fires them surprisingly well. So those are all of EIR's current attachments. Let me know in the comments if you have any ideas for things that I haven't thought of yet, or any rounds that I can't currently fire, or if you have any ideas on how I can improve these ones. Let me know. Tell your friends. Thanks. Bye.